Hi everyone, my name is Ellie and I'm a new mom to a sweet little girl named Enrique. I would love for you to stick around through and watch me through my breastfeeding journey. So if you would click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos and any of my updates, I would greatly appreciate it. Today I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks on breastfeeding. And honestly, I believe like when I was pregnant, I had this misconception about breastfeeding. I thought it was going to be easy. I never attended none of the breastfeeding classes that were offered to me because I said, you know what? It can't be that hard. All you do is just put your boob and, I thought the milk was just gonna flow out. I was so wrong. Breastfeeding is so hard. It's very hard. It's a technique and dedication. So first, let me just let you guys know that, full disclaimer, yes, I am a registered nurse, but I am not a lactation consultant. I am not an OB nurse. So all these things I know about breastfeeding and things that I had to learn, I had to do research and I had to ask questions. I had to learn from other moms. I watched YouTube videos. YouTube is a great way of finding out things you don't know. So that's what I did. So I just want to talk about the first thing that I did that helped me to breastfeed my daughter was I was the lactation nurse at the hospital. So if you're pregnant, after you have the baby, make sure you see lactation before you leave the hospital because it helped me greatly. There were so many things I was doing wrong because when I got my pump at the hospital and I read the directions on it and I thought I had it and I was trying to pump and I wasn't getting anything. So I kept saying, why am I not getting any milk? First of all, I was doing a lot of things wrong. My phalanges, I was using, I think that's how you say it, phalanges. I was using the wrong size, number one. And there's little things that you need to do to get your milk in. So first and foremost, after you have the baby, you don't get the milk. Your milk doesn't come in right away. First, you have colostrum. Colostrum is the yellow milk. And here's a picture of my colostrum. To tell you, when I got this milk in, when I got my colostrum, I was so pumped. I was so excited I got the colostrum. I swear I had to give it to my daughter right away because I was really excited I got something coming out. But before I even had that colostrum coming out, there were so many things I had to learn how to do. So what lactation taught me was I had to warm up my breast first. I didn't know that. So I had to warm up my breast, let that stay on. You can use heating packs. So I used some heating packs at the hospital and I let it sit on for about 10 minutes or so on each breast. And then you start pumping. So that's how I started getting my milk in. So the number one trick that I would tell everyone to do is you have to warm up your breast. Warm up your breast. That worked for me. You warm up your breast, get it warm, and you start pumping. You're gonna get milk out. And you know what they say, supply equals demand. So if you keep pumping and you keep pumping, your body's gonna know to make more. So you just have to keep pumping. I know it's difficult because it's very painful because the first time I did it, I was like, what the heck, this is ridiculous. Why does this hurt so much? But as I kept pumping and I kept pumping, it just got really easy. And now it's like second nature. I pump all day long. That's how I got so much milk. So the second trick, and I wrote stuff down so I don't forget things. The second trick I would tell you guys, oh yeah, you want to pump at least 3 to 4 times a day. Now I pump 4 times a day because my breasts get really engorged, and Erika is eating she's eating up to 4 ounces now. And usually when I pump, I get maybe about 6 ounces on each breast. The number two tip I would give you guys is hydration. You want to stay hydrated. I realize that the more I drink water, the more I have more milk. So in my water bottle, so usually I do about 3 to 4 of these a day, or even more than that. Sometimes it just depends on how I feel. Now I'm a little under the weather. I have a cold, so I'm drinking a lot of tea as well. But I'm doing 4 or 5 of these a day. Yeah. So I'm staying hydrated. You have to stay hydrated. You drink a lot of water, you get a lot of milk. So that helped me a great deal too. The number 3 tip I would say is, what are you eating? I would suggest eating foods that are rich in corn. What I ate that helped me get a lot of milk as well is this is like an African oatmeal. It's called pap. And here's a picture of it. Here's a picture of pap. It's like you can either put it in a microwave or cook it on the stove. You can find pap at an African store. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon somewhere. I need to look. I'm gonna look it up, and if I find it on Amazon, I will leave the link down below. You can find pap at an African store. Ask your friends, African friends who are from Nigeria, Cameroon. I'm from Cameroon. My husband's from Nigeria. For Nigerians, they call it ogi. For Cameroonians, we call it pap. That's what really helped me. I promise you, when I drank that pap, my milk was just like flowing and flowing and flowing in. Okay, so that's my number 3. What are you eating? Also, I watched this YouTube video, and I also heard that oatmeal also helps boost your milk supply, just regular oatmeal. So if you don't have the pap like I did, you can just do oatmeal. Oatmeal will definitely boost your milk supply. My number 4 tip will be do not stress. Do not stress, guys. We are 7 weeks in. She is 7 weeks old, and I have been exclusively breastfeeding her for 7 weeks. So I do understand. I know how it is. It's like you have to be available at all time. And I'm trying to wean her off my breast right now, slowly. So we're doing more bottles. So I'm expressing, I'm putting them in bottles, because this mom is gonna be going to work in a couple of weeks. So, and I still want my baby to be able to get what she needs. So don't stress. It's okay. I'm not saying breastfeeding is the way to go. If you can't breastfeed and you want to do formula, hey, as long as your baby's thriving, you don't have to listen to what anyone says. As long as your baby's eating and they're getting what they need and they're thriving, that's all that matters. Breastfeeding is great, and I did it because number 1 is cost effective. Hello. Having a newborn is expensive, so hey, it worked for me, and I hope it works out for you too. And another thing I would suggest, another tip, is you need a good chair. So I'm actually in Ari's nursery right now, and that's another video. I will film this video of my nursery and show you guys how everything looks in my nursery. But this is the chair that I normally feed her on, for back support, and you want her to be comfortable. Another tip I'll tell you guys is, the way it was, what you do is you take your nipple and you put it on the baby's nose, and then you kind of drag it down to their mouth, and you kind of force your boob in their mouth. I know it sounds kind of aggressive, but that's one of the things that worked for me. So I started from the nose, and I drag it down, and I kind of pushed it into her mouth. So that was a good tip too, that really helped us. And you can feel when she gets it, because it's gonna hurt a little bit, and then she'll start sucking, and you want to see her entire jaw. You want to see it, like, then you can tell that she has a good suck. Tip is good positioning. So a lot of people use the boppy, and it helps them. And I got several of these from my baby shower, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it frequently. I don't. And my mom always tells me, you should use it, you should use it, you should use it for your back, for your back, for your back. Your breasts are gonna drop, your breasts are gonna drop. Yeah, I just haven't gotten used to this thing, so I don't really use it. But I see a lot of girls on YouTube using it, so I'm pretty sure it's good. I've used it once or twice, and it was okay, but she just doesn't like it, so I don't use it. I think she just likes feeling my body heat closer to her. So we just, yeah. And also the positionings. There are several positions. We tend to do the cradle a lot more than the other positions. While I was in the hospital, they kept getting me to the football hold, but I stuck with the cradle. And another thing is, newborns or babies in general, they tend to like one breast more than the other. For me, my daughter likes the left more than the right, so I try to, so she would, like, feed on the left the entire time, and she would not want the right. So what I do at night is I try to, like, trick her to get to suck on the right side, and sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't, so I just have to pump it. You want to relax, guys. You got this. You can do this. If I did it, who didn't know anything about breastfeeding, who thought her milk was gonna come in. I thought my milk was gonna come in the day she was born. I was like waiting for it to flow and nothing came out. If I did it, and I've been doing it for 7 weeks, you can do it too. My last tip would be you would need some breastfeeding pads. These are my breast pads that came in this cute little bag. I ordered them from Amazon. It's from Baby Voice. That's who makes them. And I got this 15% coupon from Baby Voice, and I will leave the coupon down below for the first person who watches this video, so you can use this, so you can purchase this. So you can have this breast pads in this cute little bag. So before we go, what I want to do is I want to show you guys my stash of my breast milk, because I want you guys to see how much milk I have retained for the past 6 weeks, because my milk didn't really come in until about a week or so after she was born. So I'll show you guys. And the breast pump that I use a Medela pump, and I think it's a really good breast pump, so it worked for me. People use different breast pumps, but Medela was what my insurance gave me, so that's what I went with. I was not gonna purchase another. Let's go look at my stash. So this is my stash. And I also have some there in the freezer. Yeah, and we really don't get to use it that often because I'm frequently pumping daily as well. This is what I did last night. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you got some tips and some tricks from this video. Please leave all your comments down below. If you have any questions for me, please leave any questions you have down below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Follow me on Instagram at Nesting with Ellie.